family. How are you guys doing? So I figured I have not been in touch with you guys for a little while, so I'm just giving you a quick shout out. I hope you all are doing very well. Actually, there is something I want to share with you. So the last few weeks, maybe the last 2 weeks, have been really intense in terms of that a tangible fear that surrounded me, and I had to make some changes to just my own personal space for my own sanity and preservation of my faith, because that is exactly what fear attacks, your faith. So I was listening to one of the series in the teachings in a series that Reverend Stanley Ivy has been doing. I don't know how many of you guys have been following him. It's on Facebook. You can please go and check it out, because I found them to be very useful. I even took some notes from a few of them, but there was something that he said that really struck a chord with me, particularly during this season. And he was talking about the gates of the body. One of those gates is the ear, as in this ear. I know in Jamaica we kind of mistake ear for hair, but this is what the ear gate. So he said that faith comes by hearing. That's what the Bible says. Faith comes by hearing, but so does fear and doubt. So does fear and doubt. And that just struck a chord with me, because I was hearing so many things about this virus. I'm not even going to call the name because I don't want to magnify it. So I just had to do some things differently. What was I hearing, and who was I hearing from? My space was being bombarded with all kinds of information, unnecessary information too, about what was happening, and it was just causing this fear to just, like, it was boxing me in. It was just so real. It was so tangible. I felt like I could touch it. Like if I just stretched my hand, I felt like I could physically touch the fear. And it just got to a point where I decided, no, I'm going to have to do some things differently. So what I did, and maybe you can do too, limit the information that you ingest, whether it's through social media, through Facebook or WhatsApp or emails or word of mouth. Sometimes just limit the information that you hear, because a lot of the information is unnecessary, and it just breeds and grows a spirit of fear that exists. So I did that. I just didn't want to see anything surrounding coronavirus. I didn't want to hear anything. I didn't want to get any message from anybody about this virus. I just didn't want to hear it. So that's one thing. The second thing I did was I started deliberately spending more time in the Word, because there is where my faith is. That's where faith comes from. That's how it grows, by spending more time in the Word, by ingesting the Word and allowing the Word to permeate to permeate your space. So I just started spending more time in the Word, and the more I did that, the more peace I felt in my spirit, and the more at peace I felt in my own personal space. So 2 things: reduce the information you ingest about what's happening around. It may not even be this virus, but a personal situation you are experiencing. Just the information, you don't need it anyway. You don't need it. And then just spend more time in the word. What does the word say about what is happening? Is the word, is it firm? Like, can it hold in this situation? Or is the word, does it have to be tailored to suit the particular situation that you're going through? In other words, did God consider that situation when he was giving that particular word? So just make sure whatever you're thinking on, Philippians 4 tells us, whatsoever things are good, pure, holy, just, noble, of good report, think on these things. So allow those to fill your thoughts. And just be at peace and at rest. Know that God is in control. Even now, and even after this, he will still be in control. So rest in that. I mean, it's not your duty to hold the world in place and to prevent whatever calamities from happening. That's not your duty. Your duty is to just believe the word that God says, stand on it, and live. So thank you guys. I just wanted to share that quickly with you. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Send me some love. Thank you guys who have been checking in on me and who have been blessing me in so many ways, sending me words of encouragement and just tangibly being a blessing to me. I really appreciate it, and I thank God for you. You are reminding me that God is faithful, and he will continue to be faithful regardless of what we are facing in the natural realm. So thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.